The Grand Council chamber of the Orion Accord had never known fear like this. For 10,000 cycles, the chamber had been a place of arrogance, certainty, and ritual dominance. Crystal spires hummed softly with ancient energy, while stars rotated above the delegates' heads. Dozens of alien species sat in their elevated rings, confident rulers of a galaxy shaped by their will. They had exterminated civilizations for less than defiance, erased histories with bureaucratic indifference. Today, however, no one spoke. A single word burned at the center of the chamber in harsh red light. Humanity, sensors across the galaxy, had gone dark within hours. Entire fleets vanished without distress calls. Border worlds reported skies splitting open and then silence. At first the Council dismissed the reports as exaggerations from fringe systems. They always did. Then the human signal arrived. Not a transmission but a declaration encoded directly into space-time. It bypassed shields, translators, and laws of physics the Council believed absolute. Every delegate heard it in their own language, inside their own minds. This cycle ends with us. Panic rippled through the chamber. Some delegates attempted to flee, only to find the exits sealed by unknown force. Others screamed orders at aides who no longer existed. The eldest among them remembered the warnings. Humanity had once stood here, primitive by Council standards, divided, emotional, and dangerously curious. They had asked for equal status, trade, and protection. The Council had laughed. Instead, humanity was given a demonstration. A human cloning world erased to prove a lesson. Billions died under the Council's doctrine of controlled supremacy. The survivors were labeled extinct shortly after. Now extinction had come back with a memory. The chamber lights dimmed as a new projection appeared. A human child standing amid ash and ruins, eyes burning with resolve, behind the image. Council war fleets burned across star systems. The humans had not come to negotiate. They survived, whispered a delegate, voice trembling. No, replied another. They evolved. Outside the chamber, space itself seemed to recoil. Human vessels, unlike any design catalogued by the Council, slid into real space. They were silent, angular, and impossibly vast. No weapons charged, no engines flared. They simply arrived. The Council froze. For the first time in recorded galactic history, power had shifted, and humanity had come, not for dominance, not for revenge alone, but for total eradication. The Council's greatest mistake was assuming humanity would fight as they did. They expected superweapons, planet crackers, or star-consuming fleets. Instead, the first human strike was absence. Across the galaxy, hyperlanes collapsed. Communication relays dissolved into static. AI overseers shut themselves down in Terra after processing impossible probabilities. The galaxy became fragmented, isolated, and blind. Humanity had learned something during its exile: control the rules, and the war ends before it begins. Council admirals attempted counterattacks. Their fleets jumped toward human-occupied systems. None arrived. Every jump ended an empty void, where space had been rewritten. Ships emerged folded inside themselves. Crews lost to paradox and silence. In the Council chamber, panic became chaos. Delegates accused one another. Alliances shattered in moments. Ancient enemies blamed ancient friends. The humans watched it all. A second message arrived, this one visual. It showed humanity's hidden history, the underground cities built beneath dead worlds, the generation ships drifting between galaxies, the children raised on lessons of patience, unity, and inevitability. We did not grow stronger, the message said. We grew quieter. The Council finally understood. Humanity had not been idle. They had mastered entropy manipulation, causal engineering, and temporal shielding. Their technology did not destroy, it unmade. Entire Council species vanished without battle, not killed, not erased violently, simply removed from the chain of causality. As if they had never existed, records rewrote themselves. Statues became blank stone. Languages lost words for extinct allies. Only the Council remembered, and that memory was the punishment. Some begged, some prayed to forgotten gods, some attempted to offer humanity control, tribute, anything. The reply was always the same. You taught us mercy was weakness. Human fleets continued advancing, not in numbers, but in certainty. Every system they entered fell silent. Stars dimmed slightly, as if in respect. The Council chamber began to crack. Reality itself, bending under human presence. This was not conquest. This was correction. Humanity was not angry anymore. They were precise. Asterisk desperation breeds invention. The council activated the ancestral failsafe, a device older than most species present. It was said to reset the galaxy if triggered, a mutual extinction button buried in myth and fear. If humanity intended total eradication, the council would deny them victory, even if it meant ending everything. The failsafe activated energy, beyond comprehension, surged through the chamber. Stars across the core began to destabilize. Time itself started. Humanity responded instantly. A single human figure appeared in the chamber. No armor, no weapon. Just a calm presence that silenced every alarm. "You still think in explosions." The human said, "We think in outcomes." With a gesture, the failsafe unraveled, not shut down. Understood. Its purpose rewritten into harmless recursion. The council broke. Some collapsed. Others screamed. A few attacked the human in futile rage. They passed through them like ghosts. "You feared us because we reflected you," the human continued. "But we chose differently." Outside, the galaxy stabilized. But only where humans allowed it. The rest continued to fade. The council begged for survival, for preservation of culture, history, legacy. The human listened. "Legacy is what you leave in others. You left us ashes." With that, the chamber dissolved. Delegates frozen mid-plea, preserved only as echoes in human memory. Asterisk humanity completed its campaign in silence. No victory announcements, no celebrations, just methodical removal. Species that had enforced annihilation were unmade. Their technologies dismantled at the conceptual level. Their influence erased from history. Lesser civilizations were spared. Those who had suffered under the council were freed, given knowledge, protection, and choice. Humanity did not rule them. They taught them how to rule themselves. Worlds healed. Stars reignited. Trade routes reformed under new principles. The galaxy became quieter, kinder. Humanity vanished again, leaving behind guardians, systems of balance, and warnings carved into space-time. Never confuse power with right. Asterisk ages later. New species discovered the ruins of the council. They found no records of their rulers, only a single inscription etched into reality itself. They came for eradication, and left us a future. Humanity was never seen again. But their presence lingered, in laws of physics that bent toward fairness, in stars that refused to burn unjustly. The galaxy remembered one truth. The council froze in terror, because humanity had come. And this time, they finished the war.